Diane in Denmark here, rah, 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 and woohoo, it is Wednesday. Checking with you for three reasons today. First of all, anti-procrastination day, Wednesday, I'll tell you what I'm up to. I'll give you a reminder about the Flylady Cruising Through the Holidays mission, and I'm going to do, right here, right now, I'm going to do a declutter of my scarves. And I'm doing scarves today because we are still in Zone 4, Zone Cancel of the Flylady, if you're doing the Flylady Zone cleaning and decluttering. And you saw me in here on Monday doing a bit of cleaning, and I really like working through the zones because it keeps the whole house on our radar. Also when it comes to decluttering, because and I'm not really expecting to find much today, but it just gives us a reminder of what we have, what we're using and what we're not using. And as I am going to a clothes swap party later today, woo! Yeah, you know, I love the clothes swap parties. And I may find a few last minute items. I've got my bag ready to go for the clothes swap party later today. And you see me, quite a heavy bag this time because I have some coats. You saw me decluttering handbags, and I did knitwear recently, and goodness knows all what. So I've got lots of things in here. I've also got my Dressing Your Truth style guides with me, the wee cards, because the ladies always like to have a look at those to see what they should be looking for. Because we will help each other at the close-up parties. You can't say, oh, that, you know, you would look really good in this, and what about this necklace? And I've also got some shortbreads for the hostess. It's Maria, Irish Maria, who's hosting this time, and a handbag. And I'll also be taking a cake with me. I'll try and film the cake. If the cake turns out well, you'll see the video of the cake, and if it doesn't, you won't. But anyway, let's go with the declutter. I have 2 boxes of scarves up here in the bottom of my wardrobe. Now, if you're looking at this saying, oh, she's got a lot of scarves, you don't need to be working on this. You can work on one of your dresser drawers. You know, if you've got a wee chest of drawers, perhaps you've got another zone that you need to declutter: craft supplies, books, coffee mugs. You know, whatever is, you know, whatever is your clutter area. But as I said, I like to do it by zone, and I've got a lot of scarves, and I wear a lot of scarves. These are ones that I had down in the main hall cupboard. And even in the summer, I like to have a wee scarf around my neck when I'm out on my bike, because it's quite blustery when I'm down to the sea, you know, from a skinny dip. But now the seasons have changed, and I've got, if you see my pictures on Instagram, you know, I've got the big, huge woolly scarves now. So these are more wearing, you know, with a sweater, just as a wee bit of pattern. If I'm wearing a plain sweater, I quite like to have a wee bit of pattern, either with, you know, some kind of, what do you call it, some kind of, you know, statement necklace, or, you know, a scarf. So I'm just going to go through them one by one. As I said, I'm not expecting really to find much, but it's always good to revisit things. Right, and let me see if you can see them that way. Yeah, this one was a present from Vivica. I really like this one, and I'm going to wear this very soon with the dark green T1 sweater that I showed you on Monday, I think, because I'm really enjoying finding the darker T1 tints. You know, like type 1s, we don't just wear kind of pastel colours and light pinks and stuff. We can actually wear, you know, navy, chocolate brown, darker tints. And this is an old favourite. This is one that I got from Zara that kind of goes with all my T1 colours. So I like that one. Yellow one, this one. This one, I haven't really worn it much, but it is navy and white, which is great. Yeah, I'll hold on to that one for the minute. And then I've got this one, which is all different colours. It goes really well, you know, if I'm wearing, I've got a pink, a light pink kind of duster jacket. And it's got all different, like ice cream colours, you know, like Neapolitan ice cream. So I'll hold on to that one. Now this one was one that I got at a close-up, and I expected to wear it a lot, but I think the problem is it's too kind of hippie looking with the wee tassels. And yes, I could cut them off and resew it, but I think also the stripes are too small for me. I quite like bigger pattern. In the Dressing Your Truth system, I'm a type 1-4, which means You know, I'm kind of light and bright, but I also like things quite streamlined, kind of swish looking, and I like bigger jewellery, bigger prints, you know, bigger polka dots. So this one I can let go of. Goodbye, thank you. And then I've got a pink one. Oh, this actually came from a clothes swap party. Do you remember this one? It's got wee polka pom-poms on the edges. So that's a keeper. And then the last one is, oh, I like this one. This is just basically a white scarf, but it's got nice navy stripes and a wee bit of orange just for that wee pop of colour. And I bought that years ago, so it must have been my sixth sense kicking. So all of these I'm going to keep. So that's one, that's all right. And this is, you've seen this box before, I think the last time I decluttered. Now in here, I've got some old fun stuff. Remember I was talking about my granny, you know, my granny would have her curlers in. And let me just grab mine. I mentioned on Instagram the other week that sometimes I put in these little Velcro colours at the weekend, you know, if I've washed my hair, and then I put these Velcro ones in, just like that. And here, just to give me a wee bit of oomph, and then I'll just let my hair air dry, and then I put a wee bit of wax in it to give it a wee bit of shape. And I really feel like I'm channeling my mum when I do that, because my mum's got these that she kind of uses on a regular basis, and she's also got the hot Carmen curlers. Remember the Carmen curlers? I used to love as a kid sorting them and putting them back, you know, in the little spindles, and there was I think the small one had a little purple dot on it, and then there was the red dot, and so anyway, memories. So anyway, so my granny had one of these scarves, and my mum's now got one of these scarves, and she would put it, you know, over her hair to keep the curlers from falling out. So I'm holding on to that. So as I say, even if you're not using it that often, if you've got good memories attached, I mean, you saw I was getting rid of some of my granny's junk jewellery in the last one, which, you know, which had no kind of meaning left at all, but that is something I'm going to hold on to. Okay, I've got little tartan scarf, my Doctor Who kind of theme scarf. I've got this nice one that I can wear with a turquoise jumper that I have. I wear that quite often in the winter. And also I've got some really nice winter white jumpers, and that looks quite nice with it. And remember, when I say jumper, that means a sweater or a pullover. It's just the British word for that. I've got a bright pink one here. Am I going to use that? Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Haven't really used it so much this year, but hey ho. I've also got this beautiful one with the gold pattern on it, and I quite like, this is a really big heavy one, and I quite like that for going out in the evening, so I'm holding on to that. And then I've got one which is a really deep navy blue with orange. Might wear that one again soon. And somebody asked me, I think I can let go of this grey one now. Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye, grey. Somebody asked me the other day, oh actually this one as well, yeah, okay, and I've been holding on to that, but now it's time to let it go. Somebody asked me the other day about how it was, you know, doing the dressing your truth thing in the winter as a T1, and I have to say there's no problem about it at all. This is a one that you see me wearing a lot, so those are all keepers. There's no problem at all. I just wear the same colours. But of course, I'm not going to wear and I've got, you know, a light pink beach dress, you know, which is in t-shirt material. I'm not going to be wearing that in the centre of Copenhagen in the middle of December. And conversely, I have some things that I haven't worn during the summer or the spring, which I'm bringing out now, like my leather trousers, and I've got a pair of thermal blue trousers that you see me wearing a lot. Those obviously I wouldn't be wearing in the spring and summer because they're just too hot, but I'm bringing those out now. But I just, you know, I layer everything. I have a lot of nice T1 coloured sweaters that I wear, you know, I layer up with a shirt underneath, you know, or a blouse, and or I wear them on their own with a scarf or with a statement necklace. So actually it's not been a problem at all, and it's really helps my mood, I've noticed, because you know, in the past, you know, the winters are very, very dark and long here, and everybody is in dark colours and black. And I know the T4s, you can keep your black, you can have all the black you want. I'm quite happy with my navy. Right, these ones, yeah, I like all of these colours, so these are staying. And that's the fun thing, now that I know that I'm a type 1-4, I'm not bringing in stuff, and I'm not decluttering so much. I don't need to declutter so much because everything that I've got I use. So all of these are good. Just looking through, you can see the colours here. Look at these beautiful colours. Yep, and a yep, and a yep. I'm not quite so keen on this pattern yet, but I'll give it another chance. It's a winter white with like a sunflower pattern on it. And then I've got this kind of ombre that goes from pastel pink to a deeper pink. Oh, and these ones, pink with white with pink polka dots. Who can resist that? So, okay, I don't think I got rid of 2 scarves. Not much, but actually I've already got a few ideas for outfits for next week using scarves, and you will see me wearing them and posting them on Instagram. Anyway, I hope you managed to find a few things to declutter. I also said I would check in with you about Wednesday, so let me just grab that. Right, got my jacket back on, ready to go. Wednesday in Flylady land is anti-procrastination day. Perhaps you've been putting off a task, you think it's going to take too long, you don't want to get started. Set your timer for 5 or 10 minutes and make sure you get it done. I've got a small task today. This is the paints that I keep for the kitchen and the bathroom. Also actually the same colour in the living room. And I noticed in the living room we've got a couple of scrapes on the wall where things have come off. So I'm just going to give them a wee going over today with my little paintbrush. And I know a lot of you said, oh, don't throw away that magic eraser thing. It doesn't work on our walls. Maybe it's the type of wallpaper or the paint that we have, but it really doesn't help at all. If we get any kind of scratches, it's easier for me just with a normal cloth, like a microfiber cloth. And the paint things that I need to do, they're needing painted. It's not going to help just taking off the mark on the wall. So anyway, a wee aside about that. And hold on, let me just grab my my control journal. Wednesday. Anti-procrastination day, have I got anything else? Oh yeah, and then this is also the day that you might want to check your fridge, see if there's any science projects in there. I've got a mental note and also a written note to take out any last minute rubbish or recycling, because our bins are picked up tomorrow. That's part of my weekly home blessing hour. So maybe you're doing like me and you spread it out over the week. And the other thing, what was I going to say to you? Oh yes, for the Flylady Cruising Through the Holidays missions. Remember, we started those on Monday. I'm doing a weekly check-in with you, and if I'm checking in the rest of the week, I'll tell you what it is. Today is the day that you're gathering up all your supplies, making sure that you've got things like wrapping paper. I give you the tips for those. Ribbon, scissors, sellotape, marker pens, anything you're using. And remember, I was talking about the ribbon. Here's the ribbon. And I think that is it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, and one other thing that I didn't do on Monday, I'm going to give this place a really good vacuum today. I didn't do a detailed vacuum in here yet. That I will do today. Let me just check my list. Oh yeah, one last thing, because I finished this book the other night, and quite a good wee mystery. And I've started on another one, and this was also a recommendation from several of you. Remember, J.K. Rowling has also written other series under different names. So I'm reading this one at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. The style reminds me a bit of the Anthony Horowitz books. Now, I don't know if you remember before, I've mentioned Anthony Horowitz ones. I can't remember the names. I'll put them in the video information. The was it M is for murder, or the word is murder, or something like that. He's written he's written tons of books, but there were a couple of books. This one, I think it's got like a raven or something on the front of it, that I loved. I read it about 2 years ago. It was like a 5 out of 5 stars. So anyway, it's kind of similar style so far to that. So I'm enjoying that. And just one that I picked up from the library the other day, which is so cute. I couldn't resist bringing it home. Look at that, pink and gold. It's called Tokyo Stories by Tim Anderson. And if you are a lover of everything Japanese, like we're in this family, there we are. It's just a really nice book to look at. It's a recipe book, and actually some quite nice recipes, and also just pictures of Tokyo and things that were just like, oh yeah, took us right back, you know, the vending machines. So if you're looking for maybe a gift for somebody who's really into cooking, and this is a really beautiful coffee table book. But you know me, I try not to buy anything. I get all my stuff at close-up parties or charity shops or at the library. So anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you and get on with my cake for later. So all I've got left to say to you, let me grab my pom-poms and send you on your merry way. Very dull here today. We actually saw the sun for 2 minutes yesterday. Woo! You know, we're just going to make the best of things. And you know what we say? We make our own sunshine. So I'm off to make some sunshine. Live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you. Pom pom shake. And I shall see you very soon. Okay, and have fun out there. And I shall try and film as much as I can at the close-up party. Okay, see you very soon.